Hey, how's it going, everybody? I am making this quick and dirty video just because I discovered a bit of business that I really I really like and I'm really having fun with. So just I'll probably make a video about this a little more in detail, but to make a long story short, I am rolling a new Death Knight to use specifically for soloing old raid content. So I'm going through the process of actually taking a Death Knight all the way from 55 all the way up to level cap, which at this point is 90. Um, and so if you've ever played Warcraft and you ever go to a zone and look at the zone, you go into a zone because you want to kill whatever X of 10 things, and you go and the entire zone is dead. The entire zone has been wiped clean by somebody, and you think to yourself, what a fucking asshole. Um, this video is to teach you how to be that asshole. um, so with Death Knights, there tends to be some arguments as far as what's the best leveling spec for a Death Knight. A lot of people do like Frost. Some people like Unholy. 2 DPS specs. Some people say Blood's the best. I am rolling Blood, and if I feel like if people have a problem with Blood spec, it's mostly because they're probably not pulling enough mobs. Blood spec really shines when you have 10 things hitting you at once. And with Blood spec and the way you spec out, there's a good chance that you can get yourself in those situations, and it's a lot of fun. I don't think Frost is nearly as hardy as that. It all kind of depends. It's kind of based on your game style. I just happen to love this, and what I ran across was the what I'm calling the chaining death grip, and it is a ton of fun. And basically, I'll explain it to you before I kind of give you a demonstration, because I did this morning. In fact, at this spot we're at right now, we're at Sholazar Basin. I am currently level 76. All the mobs here are 75, and 76. So we're all generally maybe one level below or at level. Chances are you can actually do this with at least a couple level higher mobs. It's not that difficult, but it kind of involves having correct talent choice and some specific glyphs that you need to use. So I'm going to go over the talent first. The main talent that to do this that you're going to need is right here, Rolling Blood. It's a tier 1 talent. The Blood Boil ability now also triggers Pestilence. Essentially, you do not need Pestilence on your bar if you have this talent. You can just let loose with a Blood Boil, and essentially any mob that you have that has your 2 diseases on it, Frost Fever and Blood Plague, are going to spread to the other mobs. And that's very important when you're doing this technique. And you will also need some specific glyphs. Now, the one mandatory glyph that you're going to need for this is this one here, Glyph of Unholy Command. It immediately finishes the cooldown of your death grip upon dealing a killing blow to a target that grants experience or honor. Basically, if one of the things that you're fighting dies, death grip's cooldown resets, which means you can death grip something else. Because the whole idea behind this is you're basically just going to run through the zone, you're going to grab stuff, and as you're running around, things are just going to die off, and you're just going to keep on grabbing things, and until you get bored, basically. The two glyphs that I think work best with this, probably the more important one, would be Glyph of Dark Sucker. This is actually a glyph that is just, you should have this if you're a leveling Death Knight. It's fantastic for leveling. It's got some limited use, I imagine, in PvP, but it's kind of looked upon as a leveling glyph. When you kill an enemy that yields experience, while in Frost or Unholy Presence. Now, note this thing, we're in Blood Spec, but we're actually running around in Unholy stance, Unholy Presence, because this Dark Sucker will not work in Blood Presence. So we're basically swifting. And plus, it allows us to run a little faster and pick up more stuff. But basically what this does is that it'll give you, if something dies while you're fighting it, you get a free Death Strike, which is a free heal. And it also is a max health Death Strike, because sometimes Death Strike varies in how much it heals you. In this case, you're going to get the full heal from the Death Strike. And then the other one, which I think is kind of a quality of life for this technique, but it's actually really handy, and it kind of keeps you from having to be really, really tight with this technique, and it's Glyph of Pestilence. Increases Pestilence by 5 yards, so you don't have to have the mobs so close together to actually spread diseases. So to let you know how I kind of started this, so you can get all 3 major glyphs placed when you hit 75. Before that, you can only do 2. Now, if you are really perfect in your execution, I'd say you could probably do Unholy Command and Dark Sucker and leave Pestilence off for 2 glyphs. Me personally, I actually waited and I actually just ran. I found it to be a lot easier to level using Dark Sucker and Pestilence and not worrying about Unholy Command. However, you cannot do this Death Grip technique if you do not have the Unholy Command. So that is a mandatory glyph. You have to have that. But in my experience, I kind of preferred playing without that. Now, this guy's flying around. He's going to go do this. Now, he is a Torn Hunter. He's going to try to grab stuff. Let's see if he actually fights anything. Looks like he is going... Oh, no, he's just picking up stuff. Oh, he is grabbing... he's grabbing ore. All right. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and start grabbing stuff. And grab it. Plague Strike. Now we get them close together. Spread the disease. Do a Death Strike. Grab this guy. Alright, we got that. Grab him. Okay, he's dead. Grab him. We just keep on grabbing stuff. So we still got 1 mob. See, we're just pulling everything. Okay. So you will know me by the Trail of Dead. Basically, I started all the way up here, went all the way down here, and just basically left a trail of dead everywhere. So the only thing that really stops you is, because the ideal situation is you're going to have a mob, at least basically as you're moving, mobs are going to die off, and then that's going to reset your Death Grip. And it's also going to give you a free Death Strike. So basically, all you're doing is running around, hitting Blood Boil a lot, and pulling mobs into it, and when you get low on health, you're probably going to have a free Death Strike waiting for you. So here, let's see, who else we got? Let's grab some more. Oop. Let's bring him down. And give him that. Grab him. And we can just pull him. Grab him. Oh. Alright, we ran out of diseases. There we go. Alright. So, yeah. That's kind of how you do it. You're essentially death gripping. Now I am becoming that asshole, the one that's clearing out half the zone. And then you just run around and thank Blizzard for implementing AoE looting. All right, so that's my video. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll do another video about soloing the DK. You know, hopefully you'll get to see some of my attempts at soloing some of the higher end content. But yeah, that's chaining Death Grip. Enjoy and keep leveling.